Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Gonna do one cast today. It's Friday the 27th of August. Today is Marsha's birthday, and she probably doesn't like the fact that I mentioned that, but it is. So I'm getting one cast done kind of early because we're going to go to Andy's tonight. Celebrate. You can see where I boated to. Jackson and I. We're up here below the dam. They're running 11,000 CFS. Between 3 and 4 units, just like they have the last couple weeks. 2 days ago I came up here and caught it about an hour and a half later in the evening. Caught it going off, water going off. I took off my life jacket to put my mic on. But today it's going to be running the whole time. I'm going to try the corner again with an 1/8 ounce white jig. And then I'm going to work this bank. I've got a 1/8 ounce sculpin jig tied on 4-pound line. This is 4-pound line also. I'm pretty close to this bank because there's some shade right here, and I know those fish like shade. There's not a lot of shade this time of the day. I've got my camera set up a little different because I don't want to shine it right in the sun. I did not get my jig wet before I threw it. That's not a good thing. And something else I'm going to do, or try to do, is work it really slow and keep it close to the bottom the whole time I'm up here. So I'm probably going to lose some jigs. And I'm probably going to come up with some moss quite a bit. Oh, another fish on one cast, and it is a little Kentucky. Cool. Fish on the first cast, and I got a little bass. He hit it just before it got to the boat. I got to back out just a little bit. I got lucky catching that one because I didn't even feel him hit it. Just kind of got heavy. I thought I was on the bottom actually. So those warm water fish like white. Oh yeah, Marcia said I should have kept the walleye the other night. That's unusual for her to say I should keep a fish. Oh, that was not the bottom. I'm going to really try to get out and fish one morning, maybe tomorrow morning. Just had too many things going on to get, and I want to get out and, I mean, throwing a 32nd ounce white jig with a 2-pound line ought to be just awesome. With that water being off early in the morning. And of course, fly fishing should be really good too. You can tell I'm working it really slow. Until I feel the bottom, then I'll pick it up a little bit. But I'm not working it slow enough because I'm not coming up with any moss. All right. I got it down there that time. It's a pretty good rainbow. I did bring my meter and I took a measurement of the water, and it's 4 parts per minute. Yeah, 4 parts, which is not the greatest. That's why these fish are not taking off and fighting that hard. They're fighting some, but they're pretty sluggish. .3 is what I got. Ooh, there was a bump. They are still feeding though. There's one. So 55 degrees is what I got on my depth finder. He's flopping. Pretty good. So I'll get off there. I'm in too big a hurry. I want to get out before I get to the island. That's what happens when you get in a hurry. Ooh. Make sure there's no logs or anything sticking out. Sometimes they're right at the front of that island. There's the tree will get lodged, and I don't want to catch anything with my motor. Unclear. I'm going to move out a little ways away from this bank. Well, I'm kind of sitting in that eddy below the island here. See if I can swing a white jig through here and catch something. Always set that hook at the end of your drift. That last little bit, set the hook, because you just never know. I'm just kind of letting it swing behind the boat, just kind of work it up and down a little bit until it gets down there at the end. There's still a lot of turbulence down there that are pushing that jig around. It's a good deep hole right here. Like I said, I'm not reeling much. I'm trying to keep that jig on the bottom. That's where those fish are. It got heavy again. Jackson, what are you doing? I got the big stump coming up. I like this drift. I was going to change to a sculpin jig, but I think I'm going to stay with the white. I might go down a little ways, go back up, try that again with a sculpin jig. That's what I might do. Kind of split it up. That's bomb. I'm still not getting any moss. Interesting. Welch. This is a fair amount of fish coming up and eating midges off the surface. They all look like they're pretty small though, small fish. There's quite a few. Okay, one more cast. Now I'll let Dave drift down a little ways before I go back up. I don't want to crowd him. Move out just a little ways. Here, one more. They're really not biting this white very far down from the cable. One more. Now I'm on the bottom. Still engaged. No moss still. All right, let's go back up and we'll throw a sculpin jig. Okay, sculpin jig. This time I'm going to go sit down the middle. They're dropping the water. They've dropped it to 2 units just like they did the other day when I was up here. Oh, trolling motor's not down. I'm going to stay with an 1/8 ounce for just a little bit. What time is it? 6:15. I was up here after 7 o'clock the other day. That's why those fish were midging so much down there. I didn't even notice. Got some moss that time. I didn't notice. I noticed that the water was a lot slower than I thought it should be, but did not notice the lake level dropping. I kind of would rather it be running like it was. We'll see. I mean, I caught fish the other day with it dropping out. It's already dropped almost 3 feet. It started out so good with that water running. They're not having the sculpin jig, and I don't know if it's because the water's slowed down or what. Yep, on the bottom. So let's throw the white jig again. I'll make sure it's running. Okay. I'm kind of paranoid about that. I might go to a smaller jig here in a minute if we don't bite this. I'm seeing several fish, well of course they're midging, but I'm seeing some fish that are holding about 1.5 foot below the surface too. There are a lot of dragonflies out, and they're flying just over the surface too. Okay, let's try a smaller jig. Smaller profile. I've got a 16th ounce sculpin and ginger jig, 2-pound line. I need to back out a little bit. Well, I was doing really good. That water is really dropping out. It's dropping out a lot faster than it did the other day. If you remember, they all but shut it off when I was up here the other day, and the current up here just about stopped, and the water level just didn't go down very fast. Now it's dropped quite a bit, and it's still moving pretty good. I know they're still running a little bit. They really kind of got lockjaw. Sometimes they bite when it's dropping, sometimes they don't. Got a pretty good wind. Let's try this. Oh, that was a fish. That felt like a little tap. I'm kind of mixing up my retrieve, trying to figure out something. I'm slowing the boat down, letting that swing below me a little bit. That wind's kind of blowing me from downstream to upstream and from that direction. Told you I was going to lose some jigs. Oop, pull loose. Must have been on a rock and I just pulled it over. A little moss on it. Looks fine. Okay, I really like this area right here where it starts to get deeper. Backside of the gravel bar here. That's where those fish like to sit. So I got to work it a lot slower. Come on, big fish. Okay guys, one more cast. Just dropped off into some really deep water here. Probably 10 feet. I think I might have picked up some moss. Yep, that cast was no good. Come on. As soon as that water started dropping out, those fish just went dead. Yeah, moss. That's bottom. Well, I just got it wrong again. I was hoping, I guess I was hoping they'd keep running it. They just, they shut it down to 2 or less than 2, and it really slowed things down and it slowed the bite down. So, but we caught some fish. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.